still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. Babe, I wanna know, is it heartfelt to maybe just a little? Cause you don't really see me like you used to. Would you hold on to me, cause all you do is settle. I've heard you've been here before. Stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. But I don't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. If I stay still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to.
We made it.
We've done it.
We literally.
We pulled a Sarah.
Yeah, we just flew in. We just got here less than an hour ago.
Dinner's ready.
Yep, dinner's just dinging right now in our
Take it
little
out?
oven. What's that?
Yeah, we're gonna take it out.
Yes, please. So let's do this. All right. So yeah, what did we do? We Instacarted some beer, throwing some things in the Tavala oven. Yeah, we just got here. So welcome everybody. And we're gonna have a good show. this is gonna be fun. We're gonna talk about some stuff. Probably gonna talk about where we were right here. A little hint on the shirt. Yeah, it was really fun. So, all right. First of all, make sure to go to our Patreon. Check us out on patreon.com/Sarah and Scooter. That's Sarah with an H and Scooter. Don't put an ampersand in there, okay? So, patreon.com. And right into our sponsors, of course, Lever Consulting. You got to make sure to go to leverconsulting.com for an complimentary introductory consultation. You just got to tell them that Sarah and Scooter sent you over there, and we're good to go. That makes sense? Hopefully it makes sense. But yeah, so that, and our other one, oh, here we go. Our awesome sponsor. This one right here. Top down camera. Look at those hats, man. Those sweet hats. Make sure to check out Yaya's Embroidery. The links are in the description of the video for both of our sponsors. But make sure to go to Yaya's Embroidery because you get 10% off your whole order. You just got to mention that Sarah and Scooter sent you over there. Shirts, hats. As you can see, the hats. Pretty much anything that can take some screen printing or have a embroidery on it. Just pretty much, I think she can do it. So, and yeah, advertising our meal. This is off cam also, by the way. I mean, I made sure of that. Yes, she's been in the studio, 100 times and still doesn't know how it works.
I just, whatever.
That's off camera.
Not anymore.
So stuff doesn't have to fall off there. All right. So, yeah. Make sure to check out Yaya's Embroidery on the Instagram.
On the
link is in the description of our YouTube video. So it's always in there.
There's it. Link is in the bio.
That too.
You want a cheers? Since I missed cheers.
Yeah. Well, I was waiting for you for the cheers.
Oh.
And because I was like, we could have just vamped, but I was like, hey, might as well just talk about the stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. As we got back, this is what's this? Slain. Got a little story behind that. Cilantro. Because
not ideal.
It was the most it was the least expensive thing at this little market in San Diego. The only market that was open that sold like beer.
Yeah.
At that time. And we didn't want to spend $12 a beer at the bar.
It's pricey.
Yeah, it gets really pricey real fast.
Yeah. I mean, you can get like a Budweiser for like $6, but then what's the point?
A Budweiser for $6.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
I know. It's only worth like $2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking a kombucha.
Yeah, she is.
I needed it.
So, but yeah, those are our sponsors.
Yeah.
And
I didn't test my buttons, but you want me to do it?
We can. I'll do it.
Okay. Good thing.
We are on to our good things.
We'll probably just share the same good thing.
Well, I think that's going to be our
show.
Our show, because it's a concert season is the name of the show.
Yes.
So we're going to get into that. Okay. Yes. The good thing is we did some traveling stuff, but good thing is we made it back on time. Also, good thing over this last week, we did have a little shindig.
We did.
So we got to see a lot of our friends and family.
It was awesome.
You know, the people, the ride or dies.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to see Orlando's huge. Didn't want to let him go home.
I know.
Did not want to let him go home. Just it's one of those. He's one of those people, and I messaged him saying, I miss you more than I think I do.
Yeah.
When we get a chance to hang out, I forget how much I miss talking to that dude.
Yeah.
Because he's such. We're similar and so different. We're similar in being opinionated, but our opinions are different.
Yes.
Which is great. And I love his stories. I love the way he can command a room. You know, he can be
He's
loud.
such a storyteller.
Yeah. And I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So really enjoyed them visiting. Got to play some cards with some people.
I think the stuff's here.
Quite a few people. And yeah, so it was really, really, really good. Yeah, our order's here now. Excuse me. So, yeah, we had a really good time visiting with most all of our siblings, but one. One decided not to show up. I don't know why. But everybody's here. There was kids going everywhere. There was spills and thrills and just all the fun stuff. We did it all in the garage. CJ and I kind of made sure that we could use the garage and the side of the house. So it was really, really nice. So anybody that came, thank you so much for coming, because we were basically just celebrating CJ turning 18 and celebrating the fact that he graduated. So it was really, really nice. He had quite a few friends over, played some poker and some blackjack, not for real money, even though they wanted them to, but they didn't. So it was great. So, all right. So here, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Oh, she's scanning. She's getting the Instacart. Sorry for the distractions. Apologies. So, what else happened? We set up and tore down for that. They took all of our trash. That was good. That was really nice. What else did we see that day? Oh, Ben and Elise came over and dealt the poker and the blackjack. So that was fun and funny at the same time, because we didn't realize how much they didn't know how to play standard card games. We just didn't realize that standard card games is something Ben and Elise don't really know.
Yeah.
It was just, which makes,
But I don't know how to play poker.
but it makes sense. I
Yeah.
mean, they play a lot of, like, they know Magic the Gathering and they know board games, they know comic books. So it's like, it's not playing poker and blackjack is not a early 20-year-old person
No.
in 2025. It
No.
just is not. Gambling's not a thing.
Yeah.
It's just,
They're making better choices in life
yeah,
than we did.
they really are. Except she forgot to eat food
Yeah.
and had a couple drinks.
Yeah.
That'll,
Also pulled a Sarah.
yeah. She pulled a Sarah before Sarah pulled another Sarah while we were gone.
I gotta stop pulling these Sarahs. I'm exhausting myself. I try really hard. That's a
Whew.
big yawn there,
That was a good
buddy.
one.
Yeah, but that party was great. The party was fantastic. I'm a Scooter. Appreciate everybody who showed up. Fireworks are almost done. Volunteering at a firework booth and like being in charge of it. I've never had to be in charge of things, you know? I just set things in motion and then I walk away because that's the way
It's
it
your
should
style.
be. Yeah.
No, it's not the way it's ever going to be. Adults are awful.
It's been a challenge.
Yeah, adults are awful.
Trying to like tell everyone it's gonna be okay. It's been something else.
Well, that's just,
You know. I told them I would say the first 3 days are really slow.
it's one of the, everybody wants to see instant gratification, and they want to find a reason not to do something.
Yeah.
That's what most of us are like that, right? You always want to find a reason to not do something.
Yeah.
That's most people. That's not you, for sure. But you want to find a reason to put 100 things into 1 hour.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
It's my favorite.
I like to pace, but I like to get stuff done. I like to do things and finish things and complete projects. But yeah, those things, I mean, you have to run the thing.
Yeah.
You just have to. I mean, there's people
And
are
I-
not going to do what the basic expectations are not going to be fulfilled unless somebody holds them accountable to it.
Yeah. And I think I was looking back at some of the notes. I know this isn't about fireworks. So we're talk about real quick. I was looking back on some of the notes you had from what we did 2 years ago, and having like ahead of time, knowing which board member is going to be in charge of the day would have made a whole difference, a whole world of difference. Because right now we're just like, there's just a slot and a board member is supposed to put their name in, but it would have been so much, made so much more sense if we would have known ahead of time.
You did look at mine from a couple years ago?
Yeah, I just got today because I was looking for something.
And what did it have in there?
I just had what I just said.
What?
I had who's going to be in charge
Yeah.
that day. That's why I just said that was a good idea.
I was like, I know, that was a great idea.
You could have told me.
You could have just copied and pasted the old genius.
I didn't look at it
Oh, I was just like,
till today.
I mean, everything that I had created, you could really just copy and paste it.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of created everything and put it on the shared document and just copy paste.
I know.
Every year you could just copy and paste.
But the joy is fireworks.
Different
concert.
names.
This is my last.
That's
What's
what
it
she
called?
says.
My last
Hoorah.
requirement of my position.
It's not even a requirement in your position.
It's
I mean,
not.
it's not.
I made it a requirement of my position
Yeah,
because I
that's
think it'd be a dick move to just bounce.
No, but it's crazy because what are you?
Fundraising director.
That's it. You're
Yeah.
supposed to direct the fundraising.
Right.
That's it.
I am directing it.
Okay, but
To
the
the
problem,
stars.
I know what the problem they're having is the volunteers
Yeah.
and the other board members and the people that are
Yeah.
responsible for the money, which is not your position.
True.
You're supposed to create the fundraiser,
Yeah.
and then the volunteer coordinator gets everybody situated for it, while the CFO or whatever that position makes sure that all the money is put in the right place. And I mean,
Yeah.
there's a reason why there's different positions.
I know.
And yours is just to make sure that the fundraising happens.
Yeah.
And you sign all the paperwork, make sure the fundraiser is scheduled, and there you go.
Yeah.
Go on with life. So,
It's okay. I enjoyed it kind of.
no,
Mostly.
you didn't.
It's a learning opportunity. Anyways,
Okay.
you got any more good things?
No, the party last weekend was probably one
Yeah.
of my faves.
Yeah.
It was a really, really, really good time because Scooter overplanned,
He did.
and every time they overplan for a party, the party goes smoothly because all the things I planned for, only half of them happened,
Right.
right? But I planned for twice as many and only half happened. No stress.
I didn't have enough cake.
I didn't have enough. You didn't get any.
I'm saying I should have bought more cake and less cookies.
Mm.
In hindsight, I had a lot of cookies, didn't have a lot of cake.
Yeah, probably 2 cakes.
Yeah,
I think it's just the people love the cake.
that's the issue.
But
It's
they
so
love the
dang
cookies
good.
too,
I
though.
know.
But you got droves of cookies.
Well, I got enough for everyone to have a cookie.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
How many cookies did you
Well,
order?
I got more than enough.
Okay. How many cookies did you order?
At least 50.
Okay. So how much did the cake usually serve?
I don't know.
50 people?
No.
No. So the science was you had 1 cake and boxes of cookies.
Yeah.
So
In hindsight, it's whatever.
it's 2020.
It was a joy. Oh, I didn't get to say. I don't even think. Yeah, because what happened after. So when I went to go pick up the food for the party, I was exactly on time for the time I said I would arrive to get my food because you have to put in a time. And when I got there, they said we have 3 items left to make, and I said I needed a specific time. This is why I came here. I didn't say that, but that was a thought. I said, okay, it's fine. We'll sit and wait. So Mariah was with me, and I'm sitting with Mariah.
But
and
you found out there was a reason why they were behind.
I didn't.
The power went out.
This was before. No, so when I got there was power. Everything was fine. The restaurant was bustling and hustling. It was
Got
fine.
it. Okay.
So when I'm sitting there with Mariah, the TV behind her goes out, and I immediately say they're about to lose power, and the whole building, not just the building, the whole neighborhood that it was in lost power. And so in my mind, I'm thinking
That makes more sense.
But am I gonna get my order? Because
because I mean, it would if you would have done it the way you promised you would have done it.
Right.
You would have had power up and
right. If it would have been ready at 2:30 when I was promptly
'cause
there,
the power didn't go out till like what
2:40.
2:35.
It was like 2:40, and the power went out, and I was like,
Karma got him.
if you would have been ready at 2:30, I would have had a whole order.
Karma got him.
So then they made us wait outside because they're like, it's a safety issue to have you guys inside without power. And I was like, it's the hottest day of the year so far. It's a safety issue for me to be outside without air conditioning. So they got it together, but I just thought it was just hilarious. So I was like, literally, should I go to the other location? Because I can, like, just tell me, like, if you can't get the rest of the order together, tell me now.
Then I need to move on.
Yeah. But
No.
they didn't say anything. We just sat outside, and then I saw them bringing other people's orders out, and I'm like, are
Excuse
we
me?
gonna have a conversation? You're tell me how long it's gonna be?
Sound like my
Something.
quesadilla today.
That was bananas. I got a burger at the airport with fries, and Scooter got a chicken quesadilla.
It took almost 30 minutes. I think it was 30 minutes,
Yeah.
almost to the minute,
Yeah.
for a quesadilla to come out.
Yeah.
And tortilla chips.
Yeah.
She got a burger fresh made with fries,
Yeah.
fresh made.
I don't think they were fresh. I think that's why I got my burger so fast.
In like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah. That's why I don't think it was freshly made. It was
Okay.
freshly assembled.
All I'm saying is,
Yeah.
quesadilla.
So the
I
place,
feel like the quesadilla guy was on break.
the place before TSA also has better food and better service.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Is Sacramento doing that too?
Yeah.
They're gonna have something before
Mhm.
TSA.
They used to have something before. I just don't think people went.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool because I just go there to go to the restaurant.
No,
If
'cause
it's good.
parking's not free.
It's fine.
Guess like going downtown.
Yeah. If it's a good restaurant, what's the difference?
It's true.
Not a lot of walking around. But,
Yeah.
You know. No, karma got him. So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
You know.
Shooting on time. All right.
So yeah, that was our good things.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Rant of the week. Rant of the week.
Rant of the week.
So my rant is actually, this is for Rebecca. I'm doing a rant for Rebecca.
Oh, get it. Get it,
Instacart
get it.
shoppers.
Oh,
Today,
geez.
ours was fantastic. I will say this.
Actually fantastic.
They said thank you. She thanked me for placing an order like 4 times, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking, you're welcome.
Did you? And you was she sweet in
Yes.
person?
She was very
She
kind.
sounded very sweet.
Yeah, she was very nice. She messaged when she got here. I was like, okay. So Becca had an Instacart shopper the other day, and she was making bacon jam for a burger she was making. And she put on the list, I need bacon. And so the Instacart shopper didn't like chat with her or anything. He just clicked refund for bacon. And she's like, okay. So she picked a different kind of bacon, like a different brand. And then he refunded again. And she's like, so she messaged him, they don't have any bacon. And he said, I'm in line already. The line's really long. I don't want to get out of the line. And Becca's like, you didn't even look. You didn't even like try. And I think he did to like 3 items that she had. He just refunded 3 things because he didn't want to have to continue shopping. And I was like, it didn't even like dawn on me. Because I know people don't look. Like I know
No, they
sometimes if there's like, when people can't find kombucha at Sprouts and they refund it, I'm just like, they had no kombucha.
Well, because we've seen people I've seen shoppers at different stores. I've seen them.
Yeah.
And they're on their phone chatting with their buddies.
Right.
There's so many times I watch them doing the Instacart stuff and they're just have their earpiece in. They're just chatting
Mhm.
away and doing stuff. Yes, enjoy life.
Right.
But you obviously can't do both.
Right.
Right? You can't be on the phone.
Yeah.
And shop.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these people are not capable of doing both.
No. But yeah.
Unless you're at work.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't-
This is what and
I don't-
also the thing is, if this was you were grocery shopping for yourself and you couldn't find something, you know what you do? You'd ask. You would ask somebody who works there and says, hey, I'm looking for this thing.
Yeah.
Or can you tell me the aisle this thing might be on?
Yeah.
But when it's someone else and it's your job and you're like, refund, couldn't find it. I was like, I remember trying to get a specific kombucha and they're like, refund. They said, I think they're out of kombucha. I said, so
They're
if you
out
go,
of
I said, if you
kombucha.
go to where they have like the cheese and meats, it's on that same wall. And they said, oh, thank you. I want to be like,
So you didn't even ask.
no, they didn't even ask.
You talk about Sprout. I know
That was-
exactly. I know exactly what you're talking
That's how I know where to direct them because I was
about.
like, I
But
know everything is Sprouts.
it is one of those things like it's if you do Sprouts, have them pull it,
Go through the app, the Sprouts app itself.
and it's not a delivery. You just go pick it up.
You
Right?
do both.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, because
This-
it's employees.
It's the Sprouts employees
Mhm.
are amazing.
They know everything
pick
is.
the best stuff. too.
Yes.
They really do.
Yeah.
Like they're
Good
good.
produce.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are
Because that's the other
good.
issue. Having other people pick your produce when
Nah,
he
don't
doesn't
do
give a
that.
crap.
I mean, unless it's just a few bananas.
Yeah.
But even then, I've had some shoppers though say you don't want these bananas.
Yeah.
And they sent me pictures. I was like, thank you, because they could have put them in there.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
they're like, you don't want these bananas. They're all. And I said, what about the non-organic? Took a picture. It was like, they go, I don't know what's going on, but the bananas here are not good.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it was. I think it was a Costco thing.
Oh, probably.
It was
Costco's
Costco
rough.
order or something. Like, I was like, whoa.
Costco's hit or miss with bananas.
Yeah, they could be like, well, it's not even hit or miss. It's either they're all green,
Yeah.
or they're all almost gone and rotten.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Very true.
you know.
I like
So-
when they send me pictures when they're like,
Yeah.
hey, they don't have it, but here's the whole wall of things.
Yes,
Would you want to pick one?
mine, because I used to Instacart a lot, but I don't do it much anymore. But they used to send me like when I sent them for beer,
Mm-hmm.
they'd send me the whole craft beer
Yeah.
thing, and I would basically send back the same picture zoomed in, this one.
Yeah.
They're like, thank you. I was like, piece of
Yes.
cake.
The ones who are just like, refund. I know, it's especially when it's not that specific. You know, I'm like, if I just need an orange and you're like, none, or like broth and they're like, refund because you couldn't find broth. Don't tell me there's no broth in that store.
Or chicken noodle soup.
Right. Don't tell me it's not in the
There's
store.
like 8 different brands
Yeah.
of chicken noodle soup.
Let's not play these games. Just say I don't want to.
I was like,
It would make me feel better.
don't
Just
log
say I don't
into
want to.
the app and
Right.
don't take the call.
Right.
Don't take the order.
This is what I'm saying. You chose this.
You chose this life.
That's my rant.
Mine was the karma got him. Like that just got me like today.
The broad today.
Yeah, I just feel like, I mean, it's about deplaning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting off the plane, but it's also anywhere else too. It's like getting off a bus, anything that's transportation or something where it's a group of people.
Yeah.
And there's always a few people that think they're way more important than you.
Yeah.
And one cut like our whole row off.
Yeah.
Just to squeeze through. And she wasn't small.
No.
She wasn't a huge lady, but she wasn't small.
Right.
But I it's kind of a rant and a good thing, because he's the one that cut us kind of all off. And then there's some kids behind us and stuff like that. And they were doing great. But kind of cut them off, cut some people off and do it, and then come out there. And halfway, what's it called? The tarmac, whatever. No,
the ramp.
The ramp to leave.
Yeah.
Right. She's walking up there. Her bag fell over 3 times. The top bag that was attached to the bag fell off and wasn't connected. She had to pick it up, fell over again. And I was like, yeah, you get this. You get this karma today, ma'am.
That's fantastic.
No, I watched her do it. That's why I'm carrying our bags. I'm
Yeah.
just carrying our bags and just watching. And I'm just walking my normal pace. Just going, yeah, that's. And she was like, oh, you could see she looked up, she saw me, and she's like, oh, I can't believe this is happening to me. And I was like, oh, I can believe it.
We can all believe it.
But everybody else behind us was going,
everyone has cursed you.
we saw you do it. I mean, this other the lady behind you, or kind of, she had like, what, 2 little kids? And they were doing great.
Yeah.
I mean, they were better than you, lady.
Insane.
And they were like under 6.
No.
Weren't they? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, under 8?
They're like Orville's age, I think.
Okay, 9?
Yeah, like 9-ish, 10-ish.
I'm so off.
So off. Well, little
Not
kids.
like they were 30.
They wouldn't be little kids.
You don't know. I've met some 30-year-olds.
I
They're little kids.
don't really have a what's up in you other than happy 4th of July. I mean,
What's up in the area? 4th
Whatever.
of July is tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Canada Day was 2 days ago.
you want to tell that story?
That's a good story.
Good.
We traveled to San Diego. I wore a Vancouver shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Idiot of me. Like, people just assume you're from Vancouver. I was like, even the guys that stopped us on the street, and I bought 2 CDs from random guys.
Yeah.
Hey man,
CDs.
struggling musicians. I love people with a hustle.
I know.
I love people with a hustle. Like if you're playing guitar on the street corner and you sound pretty good, you're getting some money from me. You're getting something.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate the hustle. I don't appreciate the people just sitting there asking for money.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have any spare change? Do something. Like you're in a cycle of I don't have to do anything for money.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you have a hustle, like hit a stick on the ground and make a rhythm or just something, do something. And I'm okay with I love paying people for their art. So his stuff's not that great. I mean, it's pretty good. The hooks are real good, but it's a lot of sex this and a lot of, I have a big this. And I'm like, okay, I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. But it's just, it's not my stuff.
Yeah.
But I did listen to it on his SoundCloud and stuff. So he's legit. I mean, he really does put out music.
Yeah.
And stuff. And their vibe was really good. They were really.
I feel like you just mixed 2 stories. You never finished the first story.
No.
Okay.
This is a great story.
Okay.
So I'm in this mode. So I'm already in this mode.
Yeah.
It was the same night.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm in this mode with these guys right there. And so I'm in this mode. And then we went to CVS for what?
Water and
Just
beer,
water.
but they didn't have
Water,
any.
right? And I'm coming out and I'm like, there was two people that were walking in that didn't have that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
They had like business, Mrs.
Yes.
I'm important. Oh, he's a little
I don't
guy.
think he got. It wasn't that much, but
He looked like a
did have, like, a suit
skinny
on.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
He did. He was that small,
Yeah.
hovered over, and his little wife with him, and she was just trying to catch up to him because he's business. And I guess from what he said something. Oh, I didn't even hear him. Did I hear him?
I heard him. You heard him, but you thought he was talking to someone on the phone.
Yeah, I thought he was talking to somebody on the phone because he was chatting. He
Yeah.
goes, "Happy Canada Day,"
Yeah.
and kept walking. And I was like, "Well, okay."
I know. Scooter didn't even acknowledge him. I was like, he just said Happy Canada Day to you. And he's like, why? I'm like, your shirt says Vancouver.
I was like, "Oh." So but it was just one of those like, I don't know. I appreciated their vibe, but the guys that the CD, I think I just didn't like that guy's vibe
Right. I know.
because he was just, I don't know.
Which is funny because he didn't do anything. He literally just walked into a store and said Happy
I
Canada
can
Day.
sense vibes, okay? Karma's gonna get him.
He wasn't mean or rude or
But
anything.
that's so awful. I was like, she's like, you get your Canada card revoked.
Revoked is right.
I don't know. I
You
don't
were just
blame you.
mean to a Canadian. You just ignored a
No,
Canadian.
you don't mean to a Canadian. You were mean to someone as a Canadian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is what I said.
I was representing Canada.
Yeah. And you were a jerk.
And I was, yeah. Oh, you don't know if he was Canadian.
That's true.
He could have just looked at his
Like
calendar.
only Canadian
He coulda
people
looked at
say
his-
Happy Canada Day.
It's on my calendar.
But you don't say it to people.
No, I used to. I used to like post it. Happy Canada Day.
It's funny.
Happy Canada Day, eh?
Canada Day, eh?
Yeah.
And news. But yeah, so party hardy this weekend and stay safe and all those other things that people should be doing.
Yeah. Be silly, but not too silly where
Don't
you
lose
set
any
something on
fingers.
fire. Or blow
I heard this
yourself
is
up.
one of the biggest ones where people lose digits.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, so watch your digits.
No, it totally is. I've at least I don't know statistically, but I do know that when I used to be good friends with Graham Fire Department,
Mhm.
This was like the worst
Yeah.
time
Oh, I can't even
for
imagine.
people just losing fingers.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And houses burning down and
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, well, alcohol and then setting stuff on fire should not be able to go together.
No.
But it is. It's a whole holiday.
That's because we're not just the United States. We're America.
America. Right.
I think the whole like North America should be North America. South America should be South America. And then ours, instead of the United States of America, just call it America.
America.
That would make more sense.
Yeah. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Let's see if we could pass a bill. Make it happen.
Woo, the bills are easy to pass these days.
Super easy.
It seems like it. Right? It
Barely
does
do
seem like it.
anything anymore.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Is this about the people? Nah.
Nah.
Let's just pass a bill.
It's fast. It's how it goes.
Who's going to be affected? I don't know. Not us.
Not us.
So let's pass it. All right. So,
Oh gosh. All right.
yeah, let's go. Let's go. Shout out.
Woo! So my shout out
I do have
is
one.
my business buddy, Becca.
Oh, she gets 2 mentions tonight.
Oh, nice.
That's what you were saying.
What was
You
the
mentioned
other?
her earlier.
Did I?
Yes, the Instacart.
Oh, yeah.
You just said it. It was like 5 minutes
I
ago.
was like, what did I say about Becca? Because I didn't write her name. I just said Instacart shoppers.
I'm getting another beer, man.
We're in a push the next couple whatever, and it like falls into a time like this week has been awful for me to help out because I had to work at the fireworks stand, and then we already had a trip planned to go to this concert thing, and it just couldn't come at a worse time that we have this push. And it's not really up to us, this is up to our clients, and so this is what I mean. Anyways, it is what it is. But she has been holding down the fort and staying up late and waking up early and just being the amazing partner that she is, so we can just make sure that we are keeping our contracts and making sure people have stuff to do. And And I know how stressful it is because she also has 2 kids and a husband and everything else. And owning a business is not for the weak. Um, and having people work for you and like have to hold them accountable, especially when it's like family and friends and people you know, and being able to separate that like business part from like family part is not easy. And she's handling it well. We've only had a couple of breakdowns. We've only shed tears a couple of times. But without her being her,
Yeah.
there's no way we
Sarah only
where we
blacked
are.
out once so far.
I only blacked out one time, and I'm not doing it again.
All she saw was red.
That's correct. That's all I see. But yeah, that is my shout out is Becca for just being Becca. Because this really wouldn't work without Becca being Becca. And me being me.
Yeah, it wouldn't work without you being you.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have your balance.
Yeah.
And you guys have a good amount of balance.
Yeah.
Like where you fall short, she rises up and vice versa.
Yeah.
I think it's really good.
She needs a vacation for sure. But she's not going to take one.
She's not going to admit it.
I
She's
know.
not going to admit that she needs one.
She said it. She knows she needs a vacation. But she won't take one.
No.
Because there's always something to do.
Yeah, and also she has small children, those kind of things. So, yeah, huge shout out because you know how it is. It's like how do I say? You know exactly how it is, what she's going through.
Yeah,
because you had 3 littles, and finishing your master's degree.
Yeah,
that was just
working.
in 2000s, and full-time job.
Yeah,
3 littles. And finishing a master's degree. There's not much. That's almost the same. That's the same load.
Yeah.
As what's going on with her right now.
Yeah.
Very, very similar. And I remember those times. And I was like, the difference is not the difference, but at that moment in your life, I'm trying to say as best as I can.
It's PC is what you're trying to say.
And at these moments in your guys' life, like her life, your life, those moments, you need somebody else in your life to step up.
Yeah.
You just do. And sometimes you don't have that person.
Right.
So that's when it can be overwhelming. Your health takes a back seat.
Yeah.
Mental, physical, your whole health system takes a back seat. And that's my biggest fear for Rebecca.
I know.
Is her health.
Yeah.
Because it's going to long-term affect her.
Yes.
If she doesn't
chill the F out.
Take some time to herself and do something just for her.
Yeah.
Like we're talking just her.
Right.
Like her and maybe 1 or 2 of her girlfriends go for like a week.
Yeah.
When everything just gets taken care of. Like you know, we figure it out.
Yep.
You know, kids.
She almost went on a cruise.
Kids have a dad.
But the kids would have been there.
You know, they can hang out with dad for a week.
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
They're cordless now.
Right. They are cordless. But yeah.
But yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, you took in your girls, you know, you and the girls went to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Last year?
Last year.
Yeah. And I was like, why isn't that not as big of a thing, but could be a yearly thing.
I know.
I mean, just you could do a 3-day trip.
Yeah.
Every year. I mean, you travel enough, so it would be you going to someone.
Right.
And I think that's great.
I know.
And just spend 3 days in San Diego. Or 3 days in Utah.
Yeah.
Or 3 days at wherever.
Yeah.
So I need to do more of those too. But I do more. I do enough of those. But I just go up. If I travel by myself, I don't meet my buddies. I go hang out with my adult children.
Yeah.
My adult children, though, which are,
your friends.
I consider them, they've become my friends now that they're older, right? And I feel like, you know, maybe I should just go. The only friends that I really connect with are either really far away, or in the local area,
right?
So it's kind of one of the two.
Yeah.
Everybody that was my ride or die from Pacific Northwest has moved from the Pacific Northwest. Yeah. So, so they're in.
You go to the Bay.
I could
see those people.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But they're also mutual friends.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're friends with all of them too.
That's okay.
No, I think that they're like, where's Sarah? I was like,
She made me go without her.
kick me out of the house again.
Twisted my arm.
Oh yeah, shout out.
Yeah.
Mine is for Miss Naomi Garcia. This lady kicked the crap out of high school, leaving no names, just saying, I'm out. Finished it. So she graduated high school. Huge shout out, because it's not everybody's favorite thing to go to high school. It was one of my least favorite. It took me 5 years to get through high school. No, it's not everybody's thing. Yeah. And high school is not for everyone.
I agree. Same with college.
Well, college is not for everyone. Getting a job is not for no.
Not.
But it's just not for everyone. So it's just like, it was really nice. A big shout out to her, because she's still playing guitar. When she was here during the party, I set her up with the equipment here, and she just I was like, you can touch any of these guitars, any of this equipment, free reign. Yeah. She don't even know what to do with that. I was like, I don't care. She plays guitar, so she knows, she respects the instrument. Yeah. So I'm like, I respect that. So yeah, so talking to her, chatting with her, and she just posted on her socials and stuff like that. So she graduated high school 2025, baby. Oh. And she's not even 18 yet, so that's good. Until what? October?
I think so. September?
I thought you said October earlier. But
whatever I said.
Because if it's September, that would make way more sense. Because she's a Virgo like we are.
I don't know now.
No, I think it's October.
Okay.
I think that's what you said. I have no idea. But I think you said October. But huge congrats. Big shout out. Naomi Garcia, which is basically, even though I don't see her that often, I do consider like my niece. Yeah. She just, in my brain and the way things function, she's my niece. Yeah. It's just the way it is. And I know you do for sure, 1,000%. Yeah. Because you've known her since she was born. Yeah, literally. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you met her when she was born.
Yeah.
So me,
same age as CJ.
Yeah, but I didn't meet her till she was like 5 or 6. 5?
Probably.
Because I met CJ when I first met CJ, he was 3, almost 4. Yeah. And she's a little younger. And I do remember it was like a year or 2 before I met Naomi.
The Garcias.
So I think I met Naomi when she was like 4 or 5. First time. Yeah. She's not going to remember any of that. But I've always been there, because I think, the first time I met her was at, maybe she's like 6. I think was it Jerry's 50th that I met her, or was it before that? Because his 50th was 11 years ago.
Oh, it would have been, I don't know.
She'd have been 6. But maybe I met her before then, because I know I met the Garcias before Jerry's party. I just don't remember where. I remember seeing all of them at that point. And I think I'd seen her once before.
It was like Ryan's birthday party. I can't remember.
I don't know. But I was like, I've known her for long time. Yeah. Let's say
most of her life.
At least since she was 6.
Most of her life.
Yeah. No, we're not close or anything like that by any means. But our son and her, CJ and her, are pretty close. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then Ryan, who is Orlando's son, that's why his name's Ryan Orlando. They've been basically brother and sister. Yeah. Since he was born.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So long story long. Huge shout out. Congrats, Naomi Garcia, for getting through it. Yep. Kicking high school's ass and moving on with life. Hopefully we get to take you to some concerts soon. Yeah. That'd be my on the list. I would love to do that. Maybe not the one we just went to, something that aggressive. But
she's little.
Well, she is very little. She's little. She's like, she's got to be the same height as Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Which Bailey's under 5 foot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So Bailey's right under 5 foot. Yeah. Just like her mom. So yeah, she's got to be right around. So
Good shout out.
But taking Bailey to a concert too. So hey,
It's gonna be a time.
see what happens. All right, entertainment of the week, people.
So all I know is all these
What, are we switching?
entertainment of the week.
Okay, entertainment of the week.
All of these movies have dropped on Amazon Prime, and I want to be home.
I want
to
to see
watch
all of
them.
them.
So like Ballerina's out, Heads of State, Thunderbolts, Sinners I think is out now. There was something else.
Season 2 of The Sandman.
Yes. What else is there? Ironheart we haven't
Ironheart.
watched.
That series is out.
There's just too much TV.
Yeah, but do you know what's so funny is like we could probably rewind like 4 episodes of this, 4 or 5, probably only 4. We're all caught up on everything.
We were
There's
caught up.
nothing to see.
We were caught up.
and then it's just like,
That's what I'm saying. It just all dropped, and now I'm like, I want to watch it all. I want to watch it all.
yeah, I want to watch them all for.
So this isn't
different
going to be a
reasons.
long one because I want to watch a movie.
Okay.
That should work, but
Wow, man. Wow.
my brain's not in it.
There's a lot not in it.
Yeah. Do you have any entertainment this week?
That was kind of my
Okay.
same thing, but entertainment of the week. New stuff that I've been listening to. Still sticking with my I Prevail.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to that here in a second. Still sticking with my Young Blood stuff. That song that I mentioned last week. And I did show it to you
Yeah.
afterwards.
Oh, the Ren one?
The Ren
Mhm.
and I can't remember his name. Somebody I didn't know before then. Is it on my sheet? Token?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that song, great. I still listen to it a few times going, whoa, this is
Deep.
a lot.
Deep.
But what was cool is there's a was it called Doubt Me by Beartooth?
Mhm.
That I was like, whoa, this could be my new theme song. Like I felt like it felt theme songy for me.
Mhm.
And I sent it to Bailey and I was like, you know, I'm sure she didn't say anything about it, but I was like, it was enough to where I go, whoa, I got to put there. And it's not even a radio song. It's not let's say radio, but it's not a released song
Right.
by them as a band, but they played it live.
It did.
And I'm like, I know all these words. Everybody else is like, what's this song? And I'm like, I know this song. I love this song. Yeah. So that was great.
All right, let's
Let's
talk-
get into
let's get into it.
the Advise Me Not. Let's go. Good.
Advise me not.
So, topic of the episode is what?
I don't remember what you said.
Concert season.
Concert season. I can't see it.
Well, you should pay attention because I named it when I plugged it last week.
Oh,
Not
my bad.
plugged it, but you don't even know what's on our channel.
No.
Yeah.
I'm here every week though.
Mhm.
So we have begun concert season. It lasts from now until October.
Almost December.
Yeah?
I think so. We always hit up something.
That's
afterward.
very
Yeah.
true. Now until December.
Yeah. We
What
usually
did-
take the first few months, half a year, because there's not, but people don't tour
Yeah,
until
there's
till spring,
yeah.
summer is when people just pop off. And I wouldn't say concert season, but it's festival season has started.
Yeah.
So
So that's why we were in San Diego.
where do we go?
Summer of
yeah.
Loud. It was at Petco Park in San Diego. And it was from like 2 to 9. So actually, ideally, good times. You know, it wasn't like super late because sometimes Aftershock, I'm just like, for F's sake, it's been 10 to friggin' midnight. It feels like when you do Aftershock. I don't know what
Yeah.
time it ends, but it feels like all day.
It's about the same time, but
It's at 9?
the doors open like at 2 and they ended like 10.
I think you're wrong.
Okay.
I think it's before 2.
Okay.
Anyways,
So the bands began at 2. I think the doors open at like 11,
yes.
but the bands don't really. I mean, there might be 1 or 2 little bands playing at noon,
Yeah.
but everybody really starts about 2.
So we went there, 2 to 9, Petco Park. Not in the state, not on the field,
But you got to see it. You got
Yeah.
to see the field and
Yeah.
the stadium. Really cool
Yeah.
stadium.
but they have like right outside of it, they have a stage where they do concerts. So it's San Diego, so it wasn't super hot, which is nice. It was
Like
breezy.
75.
Yeah. And everything was effing expensive. But music was good. People were good. Only one guy got taken out that we saw.
Well, one guy got escorted out. One person got gurneyed out.
Yeah. So that's not that bad. I mean,
No, it wasn't.
I just feel like that's for people who've been drinking and smashing into each other.
Yeah, we've seen way worse.
Oh yeah.
We've seen way worse. We've seen like an ankle broken.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Ugh. That was the first year.
Yeah, and
when
you're
I
like,
said don't go in the pit.
and then you
Then you
lost
did.
me in the pit.
Yeah. I said don't go in the pit. We don't have insurance right
And then
now.
she went to grab a beer and came back, and I was like, so exhausted. You in the pit, huh?
You in the pit.
Like, well,
I literally said don't do
so
that.
all my stuff was ripped off of me. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. But yeah, no, it was one person got gurneyed, one got escorted.
Yeah. It
That's a
took
whole
all
nother-
the police in the
That was
whole
another story.
in the
I was
whole
like,
stadium.
If there's another rant, I was like, it doesn't take 12 police officers to get rid of one dude. And
they
the
did
dude,
carry him.
but he was only like 160 pounds. He was small.
He was small.
He was had to been 180 or less,
Small and feisty.
right?
Yeah.
But there was 6 people carrying him,
Yes.
right? And then 6 more police officers followed.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I was confused.
you had 12 officers out there for 180-pound dude.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Maybe
So,
he said something crazy.
like
I
what?
don't know. I don't know.
Like what?
I don't know. He's
The
also
worst. I mean,
drunk.
a bomb threat
Right. That was my
is
thought.
still okay. What are those 12 people
I
gonna
don't
do?
know, but I'm with you. There was a lot of
Defuse the bomb?
people.
Like, well,
There was
that's what it was like. The justification
Yeah.
was just so
There was a
weird
lot.
to me.
It was weird.
Yeah. So, a few of them came back in, but I was like, it looks stupid. But, and it was on concrete.
Yeah.
So, to see only one person get
Yeah.
hurt, I don't even know how he got hurt. He looked fine.
He did look fine. They did put a neck collar on him though.
Oh, maybe he hit the ground or something.
Probably. Concussion protocols.
Yeah. No, because it was concrete.
Yeah.
And there was people that almost hit in the concrete a
Well,
lot.
there's so many people body surfing.
Yeah. It was
And I'm
awesome.
like, if they drop you, you land on concrete. You're out of your friggin' minds.
No, with me around. Nobody hits the floor with me around.
I got landed on a couple times.
I carried
I was
one
like,
guy 3
God, I hate
times.
body surfing. Yeah, Scooter did.
Carried
He
him
was
almost-
determined.
I was like, we're gonna finish this because nobody else is helping us, but you want to go? Let's
Yeah.
go. Just get on my head.
Scooter kept throwing him up there. Guy kept falling down. So Scooter go back and pick him
And
up.
I go run up and pick him up again.
He's like, you want to keep doing it? Guy's
He's like,
yeah.
yeah. So I love that stuff. I have no idea why. Probably but the headbanging and the neck
That's probably where your neck hurts.
holding people. Maybe I'm out of neck shape.
So we'll see.
I'm out of jujitsu neck
You
shape.
got to start adding your head nods, your head
My
bobs.
nods and my
Yes,
tripod
the
thingies.
nose.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, we went to Summer of Loud.
Yeah.
It's still going on, guys. Like almost throughout the end of the
Yeah,
year, I
they're
think.
touring. They're
Yeah.
Oh, it's already done. I was like, they're in Irvine. This weekend actually.
Today, I thought. No.
That was a Saturday.
Yeah, it's the day after the 4th, so the 5th.
Yeah.
They're in Irvine.
Mhm.
So there you go. What's up in your area? Highly recommend.
Yeah.
The
It was
energy
good.
is good.
Yeah.
There's every band is super talented, even if you're not into a couple of them, because some of them I was like, they're not my favorite. But
Yeah.
I mean, I said I went for Beartooth and I Prevail. That's who we're here to see. The other ones I know of, and I know a couple songs, but it was like, I just don't foresee Beartooth and I Prevail staying at the second stage level for very long.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. There are a few albums in, both of them. They've already proven that they're very talented and they can write some really good, not just catchy, but meaningful, good songs. They've both worked with, some big people. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I Prevail's worked with Hailstorm now, has worked with All Time Low. They've worked, like they're collaborating
Yeah.
bands also. Like, Beartooth's worked with Hardy. It's just, I feel like they love collaborations and they love working with other artists and those kind of things. So I had to go see them. So we went to San Diego.
We did.
We left on Tuesday.
Yes.
Tuesday
'cause
night?
concert was Wednesday. Yeah.
Tuesday night, went to the concert on Wednesday afternoon, evening, then flew home this afternoon.
Yes.
So we are here
You're
because
tired?
we're dedicated to tell you guys all about it.
A little hungover.
All 1.5 of you, whoever's watching this. High points. What were your high points?
My high point.
3 highest points of the trip, not just the concert, but everything encompassing the experience.
The soft pretzel and beer cheese at the stadium.
Yeah, she had a
kept it.
pocket pretzel.
I kept it with me and I was snacking on it throughout the night.
Mhm.
And it was delicious. The cheese was fantastic. It was a spicy queso dip. The pretzel was like perfect. Like it was delicious. It was worth, I don't know how much it was, honestly. So they do this thing at the park where you
Explain this as best you can.
I am. So there's a line. You tap your card or your phone and it charges you $25. And that's how you get into the next section. There's cameras up. So everything that you take, it knows that you took it and it charges you for however much you took. If it's over 25, they charge you more. If it's under 25, they credit it back to your account. Magic. You don't talk to anybody. You
Nope.
don't have to anyways. You just take the things you
The
want.
people in the back are just stocking shelves or
To answer
telling you where
questions.
stuff is.
Yeah. If you have any questions, they can help you. But that's it. They don't give you anything.
And there was what, 3 people working there.
Mhm.
So it wasn't like unstaffed.
Yeah.
Right?
So I don't know how it works. It was magic. But it had the best soft pretzel with cheese I've ever had. And there was no salt on the outside, which I was
Yeah,
like,
that was nice.
heck yeah. Because sometimes it gets too salty.
Yep. I agree.
I'm like, and it wasn't greasy. There wasn't full of like the buttery
Yep.
grease thing. Ugh. Again, it was probably a $25 pretzel. I don't know because they don't give you a receipt. I have no idea how much it cost, but it's delicious. That was
True.
one of my highest points.
Yeah. That's one. Did you have 2 other ones? I'll think of one of my highest points.
Okay.
I'll try to think of one. I had so many, right? It was mostly conversations with random people.
Yeah, you do love that.
Well, just because there's no commitment.
Right.
Right? We get to have a conversation and it's all about, we're very, very passionate about it, and then we move on.
Yeah.
I was like, I love that. That's one of my favorite things. So I'd say the efficiency of the all of the vendors
Yes.
were so efficient and so kind.
Yes. It was just,
There was like, I'm not elated to be here, but I'm happy to be here. This is totally fine. Every server that we came across at the park, what's it called?
Petco Park.
Petco Park. That's right. Is where the Padres play.
Mhm.
So every server, every person there was just like, great.
Yeah.
They'll chit chat if you want.
Yep.
Or they're just like, hey, what are you having?
Yep.
It was like every single one of them was super kind,
Yeah.
explaining everything if you needed it,
Yep.
or just doing the thing.
Yeah.
So we had some people where we didn't have conversations because we're like, oh, we're moving
Yeah.
fast. It's like they could sense that vibe.
Yeah.
And then the other people would sense the vibe. It was like, Sarah wants to chat. Like you had some chatty moments too.
Yeah.
When we were talking about what, bourbon or something like that to one guy.
Bourbon.
Was it bourbon or
Was
You don't
that
remember
not
that?
Bourbon. What day is this?
this is at the
At
concert?
the concert? I was
Yeah.
talking about bourbon to somebody?
Yeah, he was talking about something.
I don't remember.
It was a little guy.
Hello.
I had like a vodka thing. TJ's home. He's been out gallivanting. But yeah, there was a bourbon. Yes.
I don't remember.
Talk about rye and.
Oh.
Are you okay?
I told you I wasn't.
But it's hard to have like a recap.
I can recap things. I just don't remember that
Oh, it's
conversation.
hard to have a recap of our experiences when you don't remember what happened.
I don't remember everything. Like I thought you were talking about the lady from Auckland that we met. I remember her.
That
She
was-
was
But I
fantastic.
had no idea about that conversation because I didn't hear any of it.
Oh yeah.
That was just you talking to a Kiwi.
Yeah.
But
She was
no,
nice.
the other one was a little stand. It was just 2 guys standing there, 2 little guys. And I think we
It'll come back. to
had
me.
a little mixed drink because I was like, oh, I just want a mixed drink.
Yes. I remember.
Okay. Holy smokes. You had a very long conversation about whether do they carry it here? and it was a
Yes.
special blend.
Yes,
I mean,
I
it was one
remember
of
now.
the longer conversations you had.
I thought you were talking about like some random person. I
No,
was
this
like,
is
who
the
was I talking
guy
to about?
serving.
Yes, I remember that. It's in the yellow truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should have said yellow truck.
Got it now. I do remember
Jeez.
this.
So, but I mean, that was a long way of me saying I'm not the only one that creates little chit chat. And she
Oh, I'm a
knows.
chit chatter.
Yeah, but you also, I think you're a chit chatter because you know that there's no commitment
Right.
afterwards. Like you're not exhausting because we're just going to talk about this, and I'm free to go.
Yeah.
At any time because you're over there. I'm over here.
Yeah.
There's somebody behind me. I have a reason to leave.
It's still, you know what's crazy though? It's still exhausting. I keep doing it.
Really,
Just
it's
talking
invigorating
to
to
people
me.
is so tiring. Even those moments, I do it because I know it's good for me. Like the more that I can,
Oh yeah,
but
but that's why I used to do it.
Yeah.
Because I know that at the end of the conversation, I feel good.
Yeah.
Because either they think they made their day or I was annoying or something, but I gave them a story.
Right.
They gave me a story.
Yeah.
We get to, yeah. So
Yeah.
That was a good one. I think that was that most fun. I think, and there's multiple of those. Like I could tell you like 10 that we had little conversations.
Yeah.
Like the guy, can you call my phone?
That was
Because
funny.
I dropped it in the pit. And I was like,
Skriller said, how's that going to help?
I said, how's that going to help? I said, you already talked to these guys. You went to guest services.
Right.
I mean, me calling your phone is going to do nothing
You're
if
not
you
gonna
dropped it in the
hear it.
pit. You're not. Yeah. What's that going to do?
Right.
You know, I was like,
Let's wait for everything to
I
clear.
said, no. I was like, no.
That was funny.
I was like, no, man. But he was also the guy that was running into people.
Yeah, he was a mess.
Now he was like lit.
Yeah.
And just, he wasn't, but the thing is, he wasn't aggressive.
No.
He seemed to be a very kind human being.
Yeah.
But I was just like, no, I'm going to spend my time calling your phone for what?
Right.
So that when you get home, you have my number
Right.
and you're going to call me and go, who's this?
Oh, no.
I was like, you stole my phone. I was like, you're calling me from yours. No, I didn't. You know, it's like, I didn't know where this,
Yeah.
there was no reason for me to call his phone
No, there wasn't.
at all.
It wasn't going to do any good.
No, if it's in the pit,
Right.
it's going to ring in the pit. Nobody's going to hear it.
Right.
If it says guest services, it's going to ring at guest services and nobody's going to answer it.
Right.
So it's totally irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like you obviously need an Apple Watch
Yeah.
to find your phone.
Or a fanny pack. Put it in
Well,
your fanny
yeah.
pack.
I mean, mine was in my pocket because I was like, I always put mine in my left pocket and then take my fanny pack and cover my
It.
pocket.
Yeah.
And I always have deep pockets, bruh.
I'm not doing anything where I'm losing my phone. I'm not getting
No,
pushed
no, no.
around and shoved.
If I went
You
into
would've
a
gave it
pit
to
or
me.
something, it would either give it to you
Yeah.
or it would be in my fanny pack.
Yeah.
Because it's like a bright orange fanny pack.
You're going to find.
I'm gonna find that.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's where my wallet goes anyways. The only thing, I mean, I don't need access to my wallet when I'm on the floor
Right.
next to the stage. Nobody needs. Who needs your wallet?
Yeah.
Other people.
All right.
Okay.
So I had food. I'm
Oh,
going
you
to
had
add
a
to my.
you had
I had
pocket pretzel,
But let me add
and
to
you have kiwi.
But let me add, because I'm just going to say food, because we also had the best chocolate creme brulee thing ever. The only thing was
Facts.
missing was the top. Didn't have the crispy top.
But also,
But-
that might not have made it as good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was so good.
Yeah.
Even Scooter was like, what is this? Scooter doesn't eat desserts at hardly
Not at
ever.
all. And I ate half.
Yeah.
I did.
It was fantastic.
I really, really did. Where was that at?
Um,
Blah.
I don't
The
remember.
bar.
National? Nope.
We're the worst.
I don't remember.
We're also the worst at like taking pictures. So
Oh, yeah.
because we just forget.
I don't know, do we even take any pictures?
We did. I
Okay.
took pictures when we went to we'll get to that. But when we went, I took pictures definitely at Summer Loud
Yeah.
because I was like, this is a big deal. I took pictures of the crowd more
Right.
than even the stage, I think, because it got super awesome.
Yeah.
It did. There was so much body surfing.
It's out of control.
It was so awesome. That I took pictures of you while we went to the speakeasy.
Yeah.
I took pictures of my Guinness and my shot.
Mm-hmm.
But not a lot of. I did take pictures of you while you were at the speakeasy. A couple of those because I was like, stop acting cheesy. Just do your thing. But she'd always go, hey. I was like, no, just I wanted you and just doing your thing. It was cute.
Pretty sure I took pictures of you.
You did.
I normally
They
do.
were awful.
What?
You waited till I like was that front face where you're looking at your phone and you let your belly go just for a second. You do this. You're like, she's like, click. That's when you like to. When I'm in my full Santa Claus big belly mode.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I said, retake that picture. That was awful because I saw you take it and I was like, stop. She loves taking pictures. Here's the difference between Sarah and I when it comes to taking pictures. Sarah loves to take pictures when I look the worst.
No.
Hold on. When I'm frumping, falling asleep on the couch,
that's true.
or falling asleep in my chair, my stomach's out, or I'm hanging, like, that's when you like to take pictures of me.
Yeah.
That's when okay. Do you know when I take pictures of you? When you look absolutely gorgeous asleep. Like you're over there, but if you're, the sleep where you're,
Yeah.
I've never taken a picture of you doing that. That's insane. But when you're tucked in and real sweet and just
I have a picture of you doing that too. I do both.
Okay.
I like taking pictures when you're not paying attention. I like taking pictures when you're not paying attention.
All right.
So I have like the ones I have when you're in the crowd and you look at me because you just turned away. I should show you. You just turned away from the
You
stage.
show me, but nobody's gonna see it.
I don't care. My show.
Okay.
You just turned away from the stage.
See how this works?
And look at this cheese on your face. They can see it.
That was so fun. Oh, they can't.
You have the biggest
You can do it
smile.
on this one. You can do it on the top down.
And then
one.
there's this one because that's
You do the top down one.
Oh, let's see. Can you see it? Look at the cheese.
You have to actually hold it up, babe.
I have to get closer.
If you want people to actually see it,
It's
or
fine. I'll post it.
oh my lord, too much
but-
effort for Sarah.
It's way too much effort. But Scooter, that's my favorite is when you're just in it, especially at concerts. I normally take pictures of you behind you when you're at concerts because it's just the best. Because normally you make a really goofy face for pictures.
Yeah.
But when it's concerts, you can't even stop yourself from smiling.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
So I just take pictures when you're.
But when I'm at live music, I can't stop the giddy.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't stop being like people ramming into me or the audio sound or getting hit in the back of the head with a can. I was like, this does not upset me at all. I was like, this is great. Like, because I got hit in the face probably 3 times, only 3 times, with like a cup or a can. And I was like, okay, I'm taller than some.
Right.
So I'm going to get hit more often. I'm just like, that's fine.
Yeah.
The little people in front of me didn't get hit.
Yeah.
That's great.
I never said my number 2.
So
Food. Number 2 is not that lady from Auckland.
I think you said creme brulee.
Well, I added creme brulee to the pretzel.
So you went back to the one, added to the one.
I just made
you
it
just haven't
food
gone
instead
to
of
the
pretzel.
2.
Right. Number
That's
2.
insane.
This was not a packed festival. And
I don't think it could be because of the layout.
But that's why I enjoyed it so
Yeah.
much because there are times at Aftershock where it is so squished in there. You're like, this is a lot of bodies and a lot of closeness. And I don't even mind I'm not claustrophobic, but sometimes it can be a bit much.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
I am.
It can be a bit much. And this wasn't. We could go as close to stage as we wanted to. But we stayed a couple rows back.
Yeah, we stayed about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
4 or 5 people.
And having to use the restroom wasn't bad. Standing in lines for like merch wasn't bad.
No.
So like the amount of people that was at this one to me is like the perfect size.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
this venue was fantastic.
And I feel like that's why this was really nice for like training.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go to a concert, go to this go to Summer of Loud. I highly encourage it. It was so good, so well. They were so on time.
Yeah.
Right. And they were so efficient. They were so entertaining. And so they were just so good. Nobody was boring.
Yeah.
The vibe, I just feel like their audiences are cool. I feel like it's modern day emo for 2025. Let's be very honest.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to every single performance, they're always talking about this is a song about this and checking on your mental health and take care of yourself, love one another, and I don't care who you are, I love every single one of you. They had so much of that.
Yeah.
And Aftershock does too, but it's not as concentrated
Yeah.
in these whatever 7 bands. Was it 7? 7 bands.
Sure.
It was 7 bands. So 4 headliners and then 3 openers.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those things of, I just feel like the people that listen to this stuff kind of get it.
Yeah.
That's probably why that one guy got carried out. I was like, you don't get it.
You don't get it.
You don't get it. Like, this is not where you get aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, people love others here.
Right.
Okay? So I just feel like I think that was so nice. I think the setup was good. The setup was clean. It was one stage.
Yep.
And the breaks in between were 15 to 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
So even if you want to see every band, you could go use the restroom. You might be a little late coming back, but you could still get close to the front.
Yep.
And hit every single one if you wanted to.
And for the old people, there were so many spots to sit down. There was a whole grassy knoll on both sides you could sit on. There was like concrete type seats, or like the concrete lip along there you could sit. There were so many places to just sit. And I'm like,
just on the ground, on the side.
Because as we get older.
Well,
I hate having to stand all the time.
It's not about older. It's about just like people that just want. There are people who like to just sit and watch the music and enjoy it.
Yeah.
We have to remember that.
Yeah.
It's like, I just don't like the crowds and all the, body surfing and I was like, well, there's a space for you too.
Yeah.
Like, there is a space for you.
Yeah. That's all.
At the end of the night, at like big festivals, there's not. And
Right.
you can sit back there, but you're just going to be watching the screen.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine too. But during the day, go during the day and watch other bands and sit on the lawn and enjoy.
Yeah.
Because I've done that before. I think it was called Pain in the Grass. It was at the Gorge in the Pacific Northwest, something like that. But they have like the seating area, and then behind that it's like a lawn.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I just sat on the lawn.
Yeah.
Even if I had a seat, you could go back to the lawn because you paid for a seat,
right?
But it's more expensive than the lawn.
Yeah.
So they allow you to go, hey, if you want to go sit on the lawn. So I did both. I went up closer for certain bands. You know how I am.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. What's your number 2?
Number 2, I Prevail. So giddy. So excited. I was so excited. I couldn't even stop saying it. Like, I Prevail is about to play, and I was like, I kept going, I'm so excited right now. You go, I know, honey. And I go, so I'm so excited right now. I couldn't keep it in. I was so excited just to see them, not that I didn't like the last lead singer and he's gone, sad and all that stuff, but he's not dead. But I'm just saying he left the band for reasons. But I was like, this new era of I Prevail is coming, and they have 2 new songs that are out that are just both killer songs, and they're different than each other. I'm like, this is I Prevail. Like, they don't there's not a genre you can plug them into. And I just think it was just I was so excited. And I was so excited the way they put their set together, because you knew they were going to open up with a certain song. You just knew it,
Yeah.
Everybody knew it. They were screaming it before they even started. They were going, get on your knees. They just were. Like, everybody knew what they were opening with.
Yeah.
And as they played on, it was just so good. I had a whole conversation with 2 people. They asked me.
Yes.
Like, 2 younger guys. They had to been 25.
Probably.
Yeah. But they're like, in the nicest way possible, they said, you're old.
Right.
Right? They did.
Yeah.
They go, because what he actually said was, so I just wanted to ask, like, how old are you? Because you look young. And I was like, okay, I know what you're saying. You're an old guy.
Yeah.
We want your opinion on something.
Yep.
Right? And they were asking about I Prevail and the other singer. So we had like this conversation, and I was like, that's something I'm very passionate about, is replacing a lead singer.
Yeah.
Very passionate about it, because a band should never stop just because a lead singer can't do it anymore. So we had this big thing, but they were part of the pit. They were part of the happy people that were the body surfing, they were part of the help crew.
Mm-hmm.
of keeping the vibe positive, keeping people up. They were just very fun people.
Did one of them get up and go surf?
I don't think so.
Mm.
I don't think that those two didn't. I don't think so. But they were just, I love those guys. I love that kind of person.
Yeah.
And I feel like we were surrounded by probably 9 out of 10 people in our area were of that caliber. 9 out of 10. There was one out of those 10 that were just usually a little too much, but people like, just go.
Yeah.
Just, if you're gonna be all like that, it was like that one guy that they were starting to mosh here.
Mm-hmm.
So I started the vibe. I was like, get him in the pit. So everybody just kind of pushed him into the pit. I was like, if you want to do that here, because there's no room to do that here, you're just hitting people.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I was like, get him to the pit. And everybody just kind of moved with me to push him into the pit. I was like, they want to get aggressive. Go get aggressive.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
It's totally fine. But it's just like, if you're standing in a crunched area like that and you're being aggressive, you're just hurting people for just zero reason.
Yeah.
It's not even fun for you because you can't move.
Right.
You're just getting excited. Go get excited. It's encouraged.
Yes.
Go get excited. Go get excited. But yeah, I'd have to say just I Prevail. Seeing them as a headliner, seeing them a full set, it was a full hour set.
Yeah.
I was like, instead of 20 minutes, it was great to hear all those songs.
My last one is, so whenever we go see music, it's normally Scooter's music. And I just go because I don't really have anybody that I listen to. That's here. Everybody listen to, I think, is overseas. But this was like, whenever I get to know songs, it just makes it better.
Yes.
So this one I was like, hey, I know like 10 songs this time. Woo! I could sing along. Because otherwise I'm just like, yeah, it's a good song. Got it. So bop.
What are they saying?
Hopefully they put the words on the screen. What?
That's a really hard to read font.
Literally.
Some of them were.
I don't know what that means. So that was mine. It was nice. This is one of the ones like
Especially
Aftershock,
Beartooth.
there's so many people, so like eventually I'll know a song. But like to go to this one and know as many as I did was really nice.
Yeah, you knew a lot of Beartooth songs.
Yes. My jam right now.
Beartooth. I was not a hater of Beartooth, but they were like, oh, they're all right. And then this last album was just like banger after banger after bang. I was like, I can listen to this whole album.
Yeah.
And it's all of it's good or great. So same with the last I Prevail album. I was like, everything was better than good or great.
Yeah.
Every song. Like I could listen to any song and go, oh, this is great. So it was really nice because you do know some I Prevail songs.
Right.
You know a lot of Beartooth songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. I like that part of it.
So that was really nice.
Yeah. All right, what's your third?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh.
I just already blew my load on
You got
I
merch.
Prevail.
I know. I thought you would do that last.
Yeah, I know.
So you got new merch
Yeah, of course. Somewhere loud. Got a new tie-dye.
and 2 hats.
Anybody? Yeah. Some
And a
hats.
tote.
Well, that's gonna go on the wall. Just check for, the wall's gonna change a little bit because I'm gonna put some merch up there.
Merch.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you didn't get a T-shirt. It didn't happen.
I never get a t-shirt.
Well, then it didn't happen. So you can't even talk about it. So
I can.
I have to say the company that I keep. I know it's the cheesiest thing. It was just kind of like the whole experience is always like tenfold better when you're with somebody that's enjoying the moment as much as you are.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you did, but you didn't enjoy it as much as I did.
No, there's no way.
But you understood why I was enjoying it.
Yes.
Right. And I think that's the biggest key. And there was a couple of times when I saw some people like getting in disarray.
I
and I was
know.
like,
That made me sad.
we're at live music, bro.
Yeah. I
Like,
didn't like that either.
Check yourself at the door and just
Right.
like, hey, if you're not feeling well, you're not feeling well. And that's totally fine. I
Yeah.
totally get that. But what are you upset about?
Yeah.
Like, what are you upset about? If you're upset about something with the person you're with while at live music, that person shouldn't have come with you.
Right.
Whatever
Yeah.
dynamic it is, there's one person that's screwing it up
Yeah. I just don't hang
in the
out with
group.
them.
Yeah, well, somebody's screwing it up for the group. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's 2, 3 people, whatever. But yeah, so I think it's more of that. It was like, I don't think I would have a really good time by myself, but I wouldn't have as the level of a good time, because who am I going to say, oh my God, I'm so excited to?
Right.
Who would I say that to? Probably the person next to me, and they'd be excited too.
Right.
And we were like, me too, boo. And I was like, but I don't really care about you. No, it's true.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to, it's that level of, you understand how much I love it. Because I was like, I can't stop smiling.
Yeah.
I can't stop sweating and jumping up and down and picking people up and put them in,
Yep.
if you want to crowd surf, man, I'm your guy.
Yeah.
I will pick you up.
You will make sure you get all the way to the front.
You'll get to the front. I might have to come with you because I carry that guy on my head to the front. I was like, if nobody else is going to help me, he's on my head and I just brought him to the front. I love that stuff. I just love seeing that other people are having such a great time. And if I can assist in that in any way,
Yeah.
I love being a part of it. So if you're going to create a bad vibe, I was like, well, then you're not,
Yeah.
I just felt I loved it. So the company you keep when you go to live music is super important. And you understand that vibe, I think.
Try.
No, because you don't like the chaos that's going on. It's a lot for it's a lot for everyone. Even if you're enjoying it, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It just is. It's the stimulation, but it's also a place where you can literally just be yourself.
Yeah.
And be a little weird and be silly and,
Yeah. It was so funny. My first thought when I was trying to find outfits, I packed everything. I was like, I'm gonna wearing black on black. And then I thought, duh, who cares? Everyone's wearing black on black.
But it's also, nobody's gonna see you.
That's true. Nobody cares.
Nobody's people there. Some people were in shirts and some people were not even wearing shirts.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying nobody really cares what you're wearing.
No.
Now there was some cool t-shirts, some ironic t-shirts that were there.
Yes.
I did take a picture of a couple of them. I found a Temu version of Chris Daughtry.
Yeah.
What was the other Temu one? Oh, I didn't take a picture of him though because he was like right. I saw a Temu version of Jack Black.
Yes.
But no, some of the t-shirts were very funny.
Yeah.
I think one's in the video that I posted.
Mm-hmm.
So look at how there's a little Easter egg in there. That my daughter, Bailey, pointed out. I was like, oh, I didn't even see the t-shirt. I was more about the pit and the craziness. But yeah, I have to say the company you keep. And also it's like, if people have a bad vibe where you're at, just like, it's so easy to move over 5 people.
Yeah.
Move forward or move back, or it just is.
Changes the whole thing.
Yeah. You can change your whole vibe.
Yeah.
Like one guy to the left of me was complaining about
The sound.
he can't hear the guitar enough and the bass is too loud. And I was like, get out more, bro.
Right.
Like if you're going to sit there and complain about the mix, like what do you do for a living? You probably work construction.
Right.
Like you're not the sound guy.
Yeah.
Now, if you're an audio engineer, cool. Maybe you should help.
Right.
But I'm just in just go with it, man.
Oh, good to me.
Oh, it was great. That was me. Company you keep.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about on this?
Advise me not.
Yeah.
I just want to put we are in full swing of festival season. So Festival Fit. I don't know if anybody's listening. Obviously people aren't. But Festival Fit, I will be reaching out to everybody that is part of Festival Fit tomorrow to encourage you to go back and make sure you counted them and submit all your stuff on Saturday. So it'll be Saturday through Friday. And I will be sending you out something simple. You won't have to fill out a Google form, nothing like that. It'll just be respond to the message that's on we'll send it as a DM on our Instagram to the people that are part of it. And it'll just be a few questions. Hey, how many steps did you do between these dates?
Yeah.
Hey, how many days did you get your hydration goal in on these days? And also, what was it? How many hours of cardio? How many minutes? I'll say, how many minutes of cardio did you do?
Yeah.
And how many minutes of stretching did you do from this day to this day? So it'll be 4 little questions. That's it.
Yeah. How many minutes of stretching have you done this week?
I've done 0. 0.
That's bananas.
No, I should have more bananas.
We didn't eat our banana.
No, we don't have bananas for days.
I got one at the hotel.
Yeah,
We
I
never
didn't eat
ate
it. I ate the eggs instead.
I don't know.
Like 1.5 of the eggs.
Better leave.
Well, no, because 1, I spit it out.
Was it gross?
No, I just didn't rinse it. Sometimes the hotel boiled eggs, you have to rinse them when you get them. You can't just eat them. For one reason only. Sometimes they have a little shell on them.
Yeah.
And if I eat a hard-boiled egg and it has a shell on it, I have to spit it out. Like the shell grosses me out.
Yeah.
There's something about crunching on a shell while eating a hard-boiled egg that really almost makes me nauseous. I don't know what it is. It shouldn't be a big deal.
Right.
But there's something about that. It's the mixture of the 2 textures, I think. If it was just shell, I think I'd be fine.
Yeah.
But mixing those 2 textures,
it's almost 3 because the yolk and the white
yeah,
and the
it just
shell.
it grosses me out.
Yeah.
So I just go blah, blah, blah. So I spit out the whole first bite of the first one, rinsed it off again, and then ate it. And then ate the second one. So I had 1.5 eggs. So yeah, I didn't have the banana. I saw it there, but I was like, I just ate 1.5 eggs. I can't eat the banana too. I was like, a lot to do when we're headed out the door because you ordered the Uber and it was there before you even left the hotel
room. It was bananas. It was so fast.
Everything was so efficient
when
it comes to our rides.
Good Lord.
Today. It was insane. So super fun.
Go watch some movies.
Oh, so you're just done. You're just walking away from this whole podcast. All right.
No, we're gonna say bye first.
Okay. So I will be checking, I'd say we'll be checking in with you the next couple of days, but no. I will be checking in with you. But it'll be through the Sarah and Scooter Instagram. So if you'd like to reach Sarah, yeah, go to the Instagram and go, Sarah, respond to this message.
I will.
Because if I tell you that it's there, you will.
I think when we get messages.
Okay, that's even worse. It's even worse that you see the messages and you do nothing.
But why is it worse? You do that.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, Scooter, that's Scooter's job. It
pops up as a notification. Do you know how frequently I'm on social media? Like 10 minutes a day in the morning.
The people need you.
They don't need me.
I don't motivate people to exercise and that stuff. You do. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand though. Like I don't. I talk at people.
Yeah.
You're a motivating person.
I need to do something and then I can motivate someone else.
That's not how it works.
I think it is. Otherwise, how do you motivate somebody if you're just sitting on a couch drinking a beer? Don't be
They're
me.
called influencers. They do it. They're making millions of dollars a year by doing exactly that thing. They're making influencer food that nobody eats.
That's true.
Which that makes no sense.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah, like nobody's eating this.
Yeah.
Oh, but my boyfriend really likes it. I was like, cool. That's because he wants to have sex with you.
Because he has no taste buds. He thinks salt and pepper are spices.
They are spices.
No, they're requirements.
Yes,
there's
that's
a
true.
difference.
That is very true. All right, guys. I guess we're calling it quits.
Yeah, we're gonna go do
Sarah's
some stuff.
kicking us out of here. We're gonna do some more IRL stuff with each other. We'll see you very soon. We have multiple other concerts to go to. We will talk about them. I will post. I might put some of our videos and stuff on our YouTube, so that people can see the little videos of I Prevail and Beartooth and the actual music. I think I might set up a little sidebar of that.
Nice. Get your whole account shut down again.
Yeah, that's insane. No, you can post whatever you want of other stuff. You just can't clip other people's things. I don't know. Even though it's an option, that's insane. Thanks, YouTube. I got shut down once. Not ours.
Yeah.
But my old one.
Yeah.
This is crazy. That's why I don't put certain things in this room.
Yeah.
This is like
Just never know.
hard. Yeah. Don't sing too well. All right, guys. Love you guys. We will see you very soon. And make sure to show up in real life. Okay?
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
And I loved it.